11 reporters. So we will discuss all about Abdilla's 21 nursing problem. Payeglen Abdillah, born on March 13, 1919 in New York City. Her educational achievement in 1942, nursing diploma from Pipkin Memorial Hospital, School of Nursing, New Jersey, now Ann May School of Nursing. Bachelor's degree in Nursing, 1945, Columbia University. Master's degree in Physiology, 1947, Columbia University. Doctorate in Education in Teachers College, 1955, Columbia University. Her accomplishments: military nursing services, served 40 years in U.S. Public Health Service, Commissioned Corps, a branch of military. Also worked in U.S. Public Health Service, Depth of Health and Human Services, Commissioned Corps, a branch of military, Washington. Chief Nurse Officer, Head Nurse, Deputy U.S. Surgeon General in 1982. Uniformed Services, University of Health Sciences. Founder and first Dean, Graduate School of Nursing, Yale University School of Nursing. Nursing instructor, retired in 1989. She was pioneer nursing researcher, helped to transform nursing theory, nursing care, and nursing education. Leader in nursing research, has over 100 publications related to nursing care, education, and advanced practices in nursing and nursing research. Author of more than 147 articles and books. Assist in international nursing research studies during the Korean War, China, Japan, Australia, and Russia. Abdillah's research finding led to the first stage coronary care unit. Theory and research data led to the establishment of the Office of Long-Term Care. So let's proceed to definition of that theory. Payes Abdillah's 21 nursing problems theory is a patient-centered framework that identifies 21 specific nursing problems. It means nakapokus siya sa needs ng pasyente. Hindi lang doon sa sakit at nararamdaman niya dahil naniniwala siya na as a nurse, hindi lang dapat nakapokus sa pag-cure ng sakit ng pasyente, but also sa kanyang mga needs, including their physical, emotional, social, and environmental aspects. Ang kanyang theory ay nagbibigay ng guides sa mga nurses na malaman ang conditions and needs ng pasyente. And her model reminds nurses to see the patient as a whole person. Ibig sabihin, hindi lang dapat nagbibigay ng cure, but also we can provide care and comfort sa pasyente. The 21 nursing problems fall into 3 categories. The number 1 is physical, social, and emotional needs of the clients. And the number 2 is types of interpersonal relationships between the nurse and patient. And the last one is common elements of client care. Classification of the 21 nursing problems. Number 1 is basic to all patients. Number 2, sustainable care needs. Number 3, remedial care needs. And the last one is restorative care needs. So now let's proceed to basic to all patients. The number 1 is to maintain good hygiene and physical comfort. Ibig sabihin, kailangan manatiling malinis, maayos, and comfortable ang pasyente. For example, is tinutulungan natin siyang maligo o magpalit ng damit. And the next is to promote optimal activity, exercise, rest, sleep. Means tinutulungan natin ang pasyente na magkaroon ng right balance sa katawan, like exercise, rest, and sapat na tulog. For example is, ini-encourage natin yung pasyente na maglakad-lakad and mini-make sure din natin na magkaroon ng oras sa pagpapahinga. And the next is to promote safety through prevention of accident, injury, or other trauma through prevention of the spread of infection. Mini-make sure natin na safe ang pasyente para maiwasan ang falls or accidents and maiwasan ang pagkalat ng infection. For example is using side drills to avoid falls or accidents and proper hand washing. And the number 4 is to maintain good body mechanics and prevent and correct deformity. Tinutulungan natin yung pasyente ng proper posture and movement para maiwasan ang injury or abnormal posture. For example is reposition the patient every 2 hours. And the next is sustainable care needs. The number 5 is to facilitate the maintenance of a supply of oxygen to all body cells. Sinisigurado natin na enough ang supply ng oxygen sa katawan ng pasyente. For example, is nagbibigay tayo ng oxygen therapy at minomonitor natin ang respiratory rate ng pasyente. And the next is to facilitate the maintenance of nutrition for all body cells. Sinisigurado natin na magkaroon ng proper food and tamang diet ang pasyente. And the number 7 is to facilitate the maintenance of elimination. It means tinutulungan natin ang pasyente sa pag-ihi at dumi. For example is naglalagay tayo ng bedpan sa pasyente na hindi kayang bumangon. And the number 8 is to facilitate the maintenance of fluid and electrolyte balance. It means minimake sure natin na magkaroon ng tamang amount of water and minerals sa katawan ng pasyente. It means binabantayan natin yung hydration ng pasyente. For example is minomonitor natin yung kanyang IV fluids. And the number 9 is to recognize the physiological responses of the body to disease condition, pathological, physiology, and compensatory. It means inoobserbahan natin kung paano mag-react ang katawan ng pasyente sa sakit. Chine-check natin kung normal ba yung reaction ng kanyang katawan. For example is minomonitor natin yung blood pressure and cardiac rate ng pasyente kung wala bang changes. And the number 10 is to facilitate the maintenance of regulatory mechanisms and functions. Means minimake sure natin na normal ang pag-function ng katawan ng pasyente. For example is kapag ang pasyente ay nahihirapan sa paghinga, tinataas natin yung kanyang head part sa kanyang bed para mabilis gumana ang respiratory system. And the last one is to facilitate the maintenance of sensory function. It means minimake sure the patient keep their 5 senses working properly. For example is kinakausap natin sila while performing nursing intervention para ma-maintain ang auditory sense ng pasyente.
Let's proceed to remedial care needs. To identify and accept positive and negative expression, feelings, and reactions. Mahalaga na matutunan ng pasyente kung kailan siya masaya, malungkot, o galit at tanggapin na normal lang ito. Halimbawa, okay lang na malungkot ka ngayon, natural lang yan kapag meron kang sakit. To identify and accept interrelatedness of emotion and organic illness. Turuan ng pasyente na maipahayag ng maayos ang kanyang saloobin. Halimbawa, hindi mo masabi, pwede mong ipakita kung ano yung nararamdaman mo. To facilitate the maintenance of effective verbal and non-verbal communication. Tumutulong sa pasyente na makibahagi at makipagkaibigan sa iba. Halimbawa, pwede ka makipagkwentuhan sa ibang pasyente para gumaan ang pakiramdam mo. To promote the development of productive interpersonal relationship. Gabayan ang pasyente na mahanap ang kahulugan ng kanyang buhay at pananampalataya. Halimbawa, kung gusto mong magdasal o kausapin ang pastor, tutulungan kanila. To create or maintain a therapeutic environment. Turuan ng pasyente na tanggapin ang kanyang physical, emotional at mental na kaligayan. Halimbawa, alam kong may iniindak ang sakit pero may magagawa pa rin tayo makakabuti sa iyo. Restorative care needs. To accept the optimum possible goals in the light of limitation, physical and emotional. Turuan ng pasyente na tanggapin ang mga bagay na kaya pa niyang gawin. Halimbawa, hindi mo naman siguro magagawa ang lahat ng dati pero kaya mo pa rin magsulat o gumuhit. to use community resources and aid in resolving problems that arise from illness. Ipakilala ang mga ahensya o programa na pwedeng tumulong. Halimbawa, may libreng check-up sa health center, pwede kang sumama para matulungan ka. To understand the role of social problems as influencing factors in the cause of illness. Halimbawa, may libreng check-up sa health center, pwede kang sumama para matulungan ka. To understand the role of social problems as influencing factors in the cause of illness. Ipaliwanag kung paano nakakapekto ang kahirapan, pamilya o trabaho sa kalusugan. Halimbawa, minsan ang sobrang pagod sa trabaho o problema sa bahay ay pwedeng magdulot ng sakit. Person. She described nursing recipients as individual and families, although she does not delineate her beliefs or assumption about the nature of human beings. Para kay Abdella, ang tinutulungan ng mga nurse ay individual at pamilya. Halimbawa, kung may isang pasyente na may sakit, hindi lang siya ang inaalagaan kundi pati pamilya niya ay tinutulungan, tulad ng pagbibigay ng impormasyon sa kanila o emotional support. Health or the achieving of it is the purpose of nursing service. Although Abdella does not define health, she speaks to totally health needs and a healthy state of mind and body. Ang layunin ng pag-aalaga ay ang makamit ang kalusugan. Halimbawa, kung ang isang pasyente ay may lagnat, hindi lang basta gamot ang binibigay. Tinitignan din kung stress ba siya o may pinagdaraanan sa isip dahil kasama rin ito sa kabuuang kalusugan. Environment. Society included the planning for optimum health on local, state, and international levels. However, as Abdella further delineated her ideas, the focus of nursing service is clearly the individual. The environment is the home or community from which patient comes. Para kay Abdella, ang kapaligiran ng pasyente ay ang kanyang tahanan o komunidad. Halimbawa, kung ang pasyente ay galing sa lugar na walang malinis na tubig, kailangan isaalang-alang ito ng nurse sa pag-alaga. Maaaring kaya siya nagkasakit ay dahil sa hindi malinis ang tubig sa kanilang lugar. Nursing. Nursing is a helping profession which included doing something to or for the person or providing information to the person. It is a comprehensive service to individuals, to family, and therefore to society. Abdella's story has interrelated concept of health and nursing problems as well as problem solving. Ang nursing ay isang propesyon ng pagtulong. Maaaring gawin ito sa pamamagitan ng pag-alaga, magbigay ng impormasyon o pagsuporta sa pasyente. Halimbawa, kung ang pasyente ay may diabetes, ang nurse ay hindi lang nagbibigay ng gamot, kundi nagtuturo rin kung paano mag-diet at alagaan ng sarili.
So the next is uses of 21 nursing problems in the nursing process. The first is assessment-based. Nursing problems provide guideline for collection of data. So dito nagko-collect ng data. It means dito inaalam kung ano yung problema ng pasyente. And the next is diagnosis. The results of data collection will determine the client's specific overt or covered problems. So after the assessment, dito na ina-analyze yung data para ma-identify kung ano ba yung problema ng pasyente. So the next is planning phase. The statements of nursing problems most closely resemble goal statements. So once the problem diagnosed, dito na nagsaset ng goal or resolution kung ano ba yung needs na ma-achieve sa pasyente. And the next is implementation. Using the goals as the framework, a plan is developed and appropriate nursing intervention are determined. So once the plan is made, dito na is kung ano yung mga action na ginawa or nursing intervention na tumutulong para magkaroon ng improvement sa pasyente. And the last is evaluation. The most appropriate evaluation will be the nurse process or lack of process toward the achievement of the state goals. Dito na natin makikita kung ano yung outcome, kung na-achieve ba yung goal at kung may improvement ba na nangyari sa pasyente.
Assumption. Abdallah's assumption relate to change and anticipated change that affect nursing. Need to appreciate the interconnectedness of social enterprises and social problems. The impact of problems such as poverty, racism, pollution, education, and so forth on health and healthcare delivery. Changing nursing education, continuing education for professional nurses, development of nursing leaders from underserved groups. Naniniwala si Abdallah na ang mga pagbabagong nangyayari sa lipunan ay may epekto sa pag-aalaga ng mga pasyente o nursing. Dapat maunawaan na konektado ang mga suliranin ng lipunan gaya ng kahirapan, diskriminasyon, polusyon at edukasyon sa kalusugan ng tao. Ang mga problemang ito ay nakakapekto sa serbisyo pangkalusugan at kung paano ito nabibigay. Kailangan ding baguhin at paunlarin ang edukasyon sa nursing upang mas makaagapay sa mga pagbabagong ito. Mahalaga rin ang tuloy-tuloy na pag-aaral ng mga nurse at ang paghubog ng mga leader mula sa mga hindi gaanong napapansin o naaabot ng grupo. Conclusion. Abdallah's theory provides basis for determining and organizing nursing care. The problems also provide a basis for organizing appropriate nursing strategies. As a whole, this theory is intended to guide care not just in the hospital setting. This can also be applied to community nursing as well. This theory is mainly focused on the clients and nurses' role in identification and solving these problems. Her theory has changed the entire nursing focus from disease to patient-centered approach. Ang teorya ni Abdallah ay nagbibigay ng gabay kung paano ayusin at planuhin ang tamang pag-aalaga sa pasyente. Ang mga problemang binanggit sa teorya ay nagsisilbing basihan para gumawa ng tamang paraan ng pag-aalaga. Hindi lang ito para sa hospital, pwede rin itong gamitin sa pangangalagang pangkalusugan sa komunidad. Nakatuon ang teorya sa pasyente at sa papel ng nurse sa pagtukoy at paglutas ng mga problema sa kalusugan. Binago ng teorya ni Abdallah ang pananaw sa pag-alaga mula sa pagtutok lang sa sakit, pupunta sa mas mahalagang pagtingin sa pangangailangan ng mismong pasyente.